So, let's start with this one. If you want to lose weight, you have to eat less. Now, on the surface, this makes sense, right? After all, how many diets preach fasting and undereating? All of them. Well, I'm here to tell you that this is one of the most destructive weight loss myths that there is. Sure, you need to eat fewer cupcakes, but not less food. Undereating causes a biochemical reaction in your body that's known as survival mode. When a body is starved of nutrients, it begins to store whatever it's getting as fat cells to be used later on in an emergency. Eventually, not only does your body store more fat, it begins to consume the most convenient and biggest source of immediate energy, which is your muscle tissue. Oh, does that sound crazy? How about this one? Cutting carbs is not an effective weight loss option. What? Everybody says to cut carbs when you want to lose weight. Yeah, I know, but the truth is that your body needs carbohydrates. Obviously from vegetables, but even those from potatoes, rice, and pasta. Hell, if you're losing weight properly, then it's even okay to eat potato chips and pizza. Here's the thing. Think of carbs and proteins as fuel. Carbs give your body immediate energy because they break down quickly, and protein gives your body long-term energy because it breaks down slowly. Now, a properly balanced diet and exercise program require that you load up on carbs a few times per week. Hey, I know it sounds crazy, but as we continue, I'll explain why this.
Amanda was talking to her ex-boyfriend, whom she hadn't seen in ages, standing there in the crowded mall, remembering how attractive she felt around him. Then, out of nowhere, her 5-year-old son reached up, pushed his fingers into her belly and said,
"Mommy, why is your tummy so squishy?"
We'll find out how Amanda's story ends in just a moment. But first, another story.
I want out. I'm packing tonight.
Her husband's words caught her off guard. They argued frequently now about her lack of energy, her inability to get healthy and in shape, her lack of desire for anything in life, and her incessant depression. And now it was real. He said it. He no longer wants her. Clinical depression, metabolic syndrome, high blood pressure, heart palpitations, beginning stages of arthritis, and you also have IBS with gluten intolerance. None of this is curable, but you can manage to live with it if you cut back on stress. That's what her doctor told her just the day before her husband started packing. Cut back on stress? Ha! Her life was falling apart. She felt hopeless and alone. Her stomach in knots, face covered in tears, and a blunt, brutal headache. She mustered up the strength to get out of the house. Walking across a bridge to cross the highway, she paused, staring down into the heavy flow of traffic. Fat, depressed, lethargic, in chronic pain, undesirable, alone, ashamed, weak, shattered. Every word that entered her mind at this moment described her state of being flawlessly. Miserable. Why bother? It isn't worth it, she thought to herself. None of it is. She stepped forward and grabbed onto the guardrail. What if she jumped? She'd never feel this way again, and that sounded like such sweet relief. She looked up at the sky, and it started to pour. She stepped up onto the railing. Hi, I'm Alessia. And the anguished woman in this story? That was me.
Collapsed violently onto the pavement. Vision blurring, heart racing, head pounding. "Help! We need some help over here!" She heard someone shouting off in the distance. Was this it? Was this how her body was finally going to give up? What about her children, her career, all the potential she hadn't yet tapped? She longed for just one more chance, a chance to fix things and take back control of her life. Then everything went black. This is Debbie, single mother, nurse in the ICU, and once upon a time a driven, passionate, and healthy woman who had all the confidence in the world. And this moment was the single most terrifying event in her life, because it damn near killed her. I'm Brian Flatt, professional trainer, fitness enthusiast, and close personal friend of Debbie. But it wasn't me who saved her, at least not then, And in fact, it was the people in my industry who almost killed her in the first place. People who fed her lies about weight loss. Lies like eating nothing and exercising until you practically keel over are the keys to getting healthy. This was the one that left Debbie collapsed and unconscious on the sidewalk. And if it hadn't been for a few helpful people nearby, she may have never gotten back up. But as terrifying as this scenario is, and as traumatizing as it was for Debbie, it directly led to my helping tens of thousands of people who were on the fast track to serious illness. Illnesses like diabetes, heart disease, hypertension, certain types of cancers, even arthritis. Because without Debbie, the unexpected scientific trick to a
It drives me up the wall. I mean, totally drives me nuts on a daily basis. Whenever I go to the grocery store, the mall, the movies, the beach, seriously, anywhere, so many of the people I see these days are disgustingly overweight. Months or even days away from developing diabetes or other awful health-related issues. If I'm offending you by saying this, I'm not sorry. And I can promise I'm going to probably piss you off even more if you keep watching. But if you're overweight right now, by a little or a lot, you need to pay close attention because I'm going to share with you one weird, fat-melting secret that works practically instantly, starting tonight, to melt away your extra pounds and ugly flab without you having to give up the foods you love or bust your butt at the gym. But first, I need to kick some people off this page who do not belong here. What I'm about to share with you is not for dummies. It's not for politically correct wimps and social justice warriors who say big is beautiful and claim you can be healthy and fabulous even though you're on the verge of dropping dead from obesity. And this isn't for people who are too addicted to Facebook and reality TV to even watch this short video, which may very well change your life in the next few minutes. So if you're one of them, you can close this video right now. But I can guarantee, if you do give me just 6 minutes of your time, and you're not some slug who honestly believes you're being healthy by ordering a Diet Coke, along with your triple cheeseburger, large fries, and apple pie, then the one weird fat-melting trick I'm about to share with you will change your life.